golly.
Ba.
Ba-ba-ba-ba. Jump scare. Jackademia jump scare. Frickin'. Blah, 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 blah. Here I am. Hello, hello, people. Flores, Forzi, Flores Forsythia, Forsythia, Flores Forsythia. Thank you so much for the Prime sub for 40 months Prime sub. Holy schmoly, that's uh, how long is that? That's like 7 million years. Hello, people. How are y'all? Who's here? Who's here? Who's here? We have some first time chatters in the building. Ruby Vima, hello. Trolley XD, hello. Lily, a bunch of numbers, hello. Bird from Egypt, 92, hello. Hi. Think I'm here. Suker Sushi, hello, hello. Sticker Bunny here. Hello, Sticker Bunny. And Dexstar, hello, hello. Honestly, I've not watched any of your streams outside of VODs. You've watched the VODs? I don't know who watches those. But I put them up because I'm like, well, I should like archive things. I should keep an archive going. And yeah, I don't know if anyone really watches them. I mean, they get some views, but I don't know how many people like actually watch them, or people just like click on them and then they're like, oh, this is a Twitch VOD, and then they click off. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been in for a Jackademia stream. It's been a long time since there's been a Jackademia stream. I'm such a fool. I'm such a liar. I'm like my last couple of streams I did, I was like, yeah, I really want to get back into streaming
I do watch the
regularly.
VODs sometimes.
Like I
It's
really want to be
very
back,
chill.
like more often and work that into my schedule. But then uh it's been 3 months since the last one, roughly. Dexter, thank you so much for the Prime sub for 4 months. Thank you. I do watch the VOD sometimes. It's very chill. Okay. I was also wondering about that because like I used to play video game OSTs all the time so that I could like have the music still be in the VODs. But uh that didn't like it would still be annoying. I would still get like copyright claimed sometimes for like weird stuff. Like I remember when Undertale songs were getting copyrighted all the time on YouTube. Like that happened to me. So then I was just like, you know what? I want to listen to Spotify music or just like, music that would get copyright stricken. It doesn't have to be on Spotify, but So I'm just gonna remove the music from the VODs. Like that's a way to get around that. If you just don't have the music in the VODs, then you can listen to pretty much whatever you want on stream. And yeah, I don't know. I was like, is that gonna make the freaking uh I don't know, is that gonna make the VODs worse? But I guess people could just listen to their own music if they really want to. Ba, 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 ba. First time catching a stream, playing some Cult of the Lamb right now. Cool. Cool. I'm gonna be doing art. So yeah, feel free to, you know, have me in the background and just look over every couple minutes if that's your vibe. If that's your jam. Hello, Freak Bone. It's been so long. I became a girl. Yo, W. W girl. W girl transformation. Magical girl transformation? Kinda. Just had some incredible Chipotle. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna get back to streaming regularly. One eternity later. I don't know. I don't know what happens with me. I think I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get back into streaming. But then what happened was then I got really into like working on like my videos. Like I was working on the to create is to connect animation, and like I don't know. I guess I just didn't want to stream it because I was so like in the zone with that. And also I was afraid like if I streamed Blender, like my computer would crash or whatever because my computer's I don't know, sometimes it just crashes when I'm like streaming and doing like an animation program. It literally happened when I was doing the Blender streams when I was learning them, like uh, the other year. So I don't know. I just kind of, I guess I just kind of fell out of it. And then I was also like, I've been like reworking like my daily schedule for the past couple months, and like I was like, I do want to stream more, but like I didn't know where to fit it into my schedule of like working and stuff. So I'm trying to get better with that. And I don't know. Today I had everything I have to work on, and I was kind of in the mood. And I know Chris isn't streaming today, so I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna steal Chris's stream spot. Chris's stream energy. I'll suck it from them." I'm gonna watch this stream as I suffer coding hell. Cool. So you're trans and a coder? Isn't that like a stereotype? I think that is like a stereotype. Or I don't know if it's a stereotype, but it's like a pattern. Yeah. That's awesome, you do what you do. Coding is cool and trans is cool. It's a high wow. You're good, hon. I've been telling myself I should get into streaming for like the past year. Haven't you streamed Blender before? I have streamed Blender before, but like I don't know, it's weird. It's just like sometimes my computer will just like crash. And I hope that by like talking about this and saying it, I'm not like willing it into existence for this stream. But it's happened before where like all of a sudden everything will just go like and then like I'll be like, what's happening? Hello? And then like everything will just go black. And then the computer restarts and I'm like, oh, okay. I guess my computer just crashed. Oh. Trolley XDDD. Trolley, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Thank you for being a nutty buddy. Nutty buddy of me, of mine. Also, are you trolley or trolley? That's nuts. Hi, Boyhound. I'm like so far behind in the chat, but I'm like reading what people are saying. Your hat has been very stylish. Oh yay. I'm glad. I've been getting a lot of people like sending pictures of the hats and even like them wearing the hats. And I'm like, whoa, that's awesome. And people have also told me that like they've worn the hats and then people have like asked them about it and been like, oh, I love the message on it. And I'm like, yes, yes, that was my plan. I was like, people like hats that say something. It's like you're choosing to put this thing on your head. Why not have something on it that you like can get behind or whatever, you know? Um, so that was what I was hoping. I was hoping like, yeah, you wear this hat. Obviously it's not gonna like change the world or whatever, but like, I don't know. I think it's a nice sentiment. The Yoshi emote is awesome. Yeah, it is. Streaming and Blender can be resource intensive on their own. Doing them together is a bit like crossing the streams. Crossing the streams. Um, because I'm streaming. Anyway, yeah, I think since I last streamed, or maybe I did this before the last time I streamed, but uh I like changed all like the files of my like background stream elements, like these clouds behind me. Uh they were like MP4s before, and I think that was using up more CPU or GPU than like it should have been, so I like converted them to I think WebP. I think they're like WebP files now. So they're like it's more optimized, is what I'm saying. I became gay since last stream. Okay, you should like you should change your stream name, your Twitch name. You should be gay man dude bro. Gay man dude bro 32. I actually like misread it at first and I thought that's what it said. Chaka. Hi Rocco. Bucko. But my username just rolls off the tongue. Okay. Since last stream, I've become old and gray. I've become lesbian and trans since the last stream. Yeah, I mean, I think the last stream was like, I think it was in April. So honestly, it's almost been 4 months. Since your last stream, I just gave birth. Not really. Okay. You had me going in the first half, but not really, because I read ahead. 4 months. That's almost 3 months. Almost. Yeah. Uh, the internet had some problem before it stated, but I'm back. Welcome back, Sugar Sushi. Pink fancy 1600 suit or black. First question that comes to mind. Why are you asking random questions? Are you asking me this? Like you want to know my opinion? I don't know. I would have to look at them. And it would depend on who's wearing them. Hello, Jack. I just joined your stream. Cool. How do you have fun doing art fight? Oh yeah, I did also do art fight over July. That was pretty cool. It's been a while since I've like drawn for fun. I mean, I like draw for videos and stuff, but that's different. It's like I'm animating and you draw so many things and I don't know. I don't know. It just it's different. It's different when you're just drawing and there's no purpose outside of it. It's not for a project. It's like I'm just making a picture. And also, I'm not even getting paid for this. I'm just doing it cuz I wanted to. And that's cool. It was nice. And I got lots of really nice art attacks thrown my way. Hello, Coxie. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. Hello. Hi. Uh, sorry if I asked. You don't have to be sorry that you asked. I was just like, people do that. Do they just come into streams and then go like, "Here's my first question. For my first wish, I want you to never stream again." Uh, I don't know. I don't have that many suit opinions. I mean, obviously a black suit is like classic, I guess. You have to ask like that guy, that like suit guy. You know, like the Twitter blue sky suit guy. I don't know. If I was gonna wear one, I don't think I would wear a hot pink one. If I was gonna wear pink, it would have to be like a salmon or like like a pastel kind of pink, you know? I don't know. I don't know enough about suits. Boop. Anyway, I have to actually like start working on this stuff because that was the point of the stream. Um, okay, so the next video is one that is almost done. It is almost done. It is Fred the Angry Spoon 2. Fred the Angry Spoon and the worst rescue plan ever that worked. And it is almost done. I'm in like the editing phase where I'm like doing sound effects and like extra little visual stuff. And I'm like at least 2/3 of the way through doing the sound effects. And then after that, it's just music. And then I got to do a thumbnail and like the end card and stuff like that. But what I wanted to do for this one, uh, what I wanted to do for this video is I wanted to also like, uh, I I reopened my store, my like online store where I sell stickers and hats and stuff. And I want to like make things more regularly for it, you know? So I was thinking like, okay, so with this video, I want to also like come out with like two different like Fred themed products on my store. So right now I'm working on like a Fred themed I want to do like a sticker sheet, and I was gonna put like a little Makimo on it also. And then and then this was gonna be on the store, and I was gonna sell it, and that was my plan. It's still my plan. I forgot that notebooks exist. Yeah, well, like the original, like the old stories that I wrote as a kid, they were all done on like this kind of paper. I do have to edit how it looks a little because like I want it to look more accurate, and normally like there's a bit more of like a space up here. Like it's not like all lines all the way, so I do have to edit that a little bit, but yeah, I've never made a sticker sheet before, and I kind of like the idea of like stickers that look like they're on this sort of like composition paper. I don't know. I don't know if people would like that, but I kind of like the idea. So I'm making these stickers. I was wondering if you made the background yourself. I did. I made this. This is like the same background I used in the Fred video. I love all the little goobers you draw. Thanks. I still draw on that kind of paper. Dude, I think it's great. Thanks. Thank you. Yeah. All my other merch things I've ever done, there've been like pre-orders where it's like uh I'll like take the orders before I actually like order the product or whatever. Like that's what I did with the hats. Like I'm like, I don't know how many hats I need, so I'm gonna open it for pre-order. People will pay me for the hats, and then I will use that money to buy the hats that I will then send to the people. So, it's like you design a thing, you know how much it's gonna cost, and then but then you know exactly how much you need to order, so you're not like wasting or like over or under ordering. But with this is it's like a sticker sheet. It's like, whatever, I don't know. I'm just gonna order an amount. and then hopefully that will be fine, you know? Hopefully that'll just work. I don't care if I'm wasting a point. Everyone who actually has chat open will see this, even if it's the most nothing burger message ever. Is that the message? I know you said you had an opinion before, but I don't know if you said the opinion. Is that the opinion? To an artist, it's a sin to commission someone to do something you know how to do. Is that the opinion? Is that your controversial opinion? No. Also, I don't think that's right. Like I would commission someone to do something that I know how to do because I want to see how they do it, even if I know how to do it, you know? It's like I've designed a t-shirt, but I would totally like if there's an artist I really liked, I would totally be like, "Hey, uh let's design a t-shirt." And then, you know, you can do it. And I'll be like, "Wow, that's awesome." Or, you know, there's there are many reasons why even if you know how to do something, you might want to commission someone. Unless it's like, you know, unless it's like, "Oh, I'm making a project." If you don't have money, it's like, yeah, then why would you do that? But if you have the money to commission anyone in general, it's like, yeah, you could commission for whatever reason. And also, I'm kind of broke AF. Well, yeah, like you're looking at it from that perspective as like you're looking at it from like utilitarianism. It's like I'm trying to make this thing. Why would I pay someone to do it if I already know how to do it? It's like, yeah, that makes sense. But what I'm thinking about it is like
Bang.
you have money to spend and you think it'd be cool. Then yeah, why wouldn't you? Alligator Alex, thank you for the resub for 30 months. Buh. And Pandex Libra, hello. And Backdora Explorer, hello. That's also a crazy name. What is with the crazy names today? What the hell? I'm actually testing out printing stickers at a convention later this month. I'm printing from home the last few years and gotten some really positive feedback. Printing stickers at a convention. I've never printed stickers myself. I've only ever like ordered them from like sellers. I'm gonna change my. I'm changing the music. Okay. Let me know if it's like too loud or quiet or whatever. Have you tried Splatoon Raiders? No, because I'm not a nerd. I'm kidding. Um, no, I've played other Splatoon games, but I don't know. Nothing about Splatoon Raiders was making me be like, ooh, I gotta buy this. Ooh. Also, like, I don't know. I'm trying to budget more. But yeah, I like Splatoon. But yeah, nothing. It wasn't like ooh, ooh. I mean, I've heard it's like a looter shooter, and I don't know. I've never really gotten into those. Have I played Mecha Chameleon? No, I've not played Mecha Chameleon. That one looks fun, but again, I don't know. I like those kind of friend games, but sometimes I'm afraid, and I know a lot of people that feel like this. I'm afraid like, oh, I'm just gonna buy this, and then everyone's gonna stop playing it in like 2 weeks. And then I'm gonna be like, oh. And a lot of times with me, it's like I won't even be a part of like everyone playing it for those 2 weeks. I'll like get it a little late, and then most people don't care anymore. And then I'm like, oh man, no, oh man, no one wants to play with me. And also, I don't know. A lot of times when I play games, I do just play like single player. I'm like a solitary gamer with a tragic past. I'm still playing only Super Mario Maker 2 since 2019. I mean, I guess like yeah, it's technically like a never-ending game. I never really got into 2 that much. I have it, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be so awesome. I can have Mario Maker on the go. But I feel like the actual process of making levels is like so much better in in one. Because like I'm one of the people who bought a Wii U, and I was so excited for Mario Maker, and I made like a bunch of levels on Mario Maker, and I feel like I kind of like blew my load on the Mario on my Mario Maker brain on Mario Maker 1, Like I used up all my like creative juice. Not that I don't have more creative juice, but I'm like, okay, I feel like I did all the like the weird stuff I felt I wanted to do with this game. And then Mario Maker 2 came out, and I thought I was gonna get back into it, but then like the controls for like building levels are like so much worse. I was like, ew. I was like, whoa, this is something that like the Wii U just objectively did better. You had the stylus. Like, I don't know, making levels with your finger doesn't feel good. And then making them on the TV without any sort of like touch input was also just not a good time. I'm just like, man. And it's fun to play the levels, but I also didn't like how in Mario Maker 2, you can't have any of like the amiibo costumes. Like I thought those were so much fun. And they didn't have those. They didn't have those in that one. So I'm just like, man, like yeah, they improved it, but they also made it worse. This has been my Mario Maker 2 rant. Do we plan on doing more gaming streams in the future, or mostly art streams? Yeah. Well, before I was like, I was like, I don't know, because streaming, I should just work while I stream. And I don't know. I feel like I can't always do that. So I'm open to doing more gaming streams. I think the last stream I actually did was that the Date with Chester one, or maybe I did like one after that. But yeah, I'm like open to it, but uh, I don't know. I don't know how scheduled I want to be or will be able to be. I'm still figuring out like my whole life schedule. So I don't know. If I do more streams, and I do want to do more, I'm not like quitting streams, but uh, blah. I guess what I'm saying is don't expect me to like go back to how I was in like 2021 where I was streaming like 2 times a week and I was like doing like gaming series. Maybe someday I'll go back to that, but I don't know. I'm still figuring out how to like schedule my life and all that. Right now I'm really just like cleaning up these stickers. Mommy, wummy. Hello, Mr. 246 Toby. Hello, Mega. If you do more, then you do more. Exactly, exactly. I want a Nintendo game that has amiibo at the core of the gameplay, even if we end up with another Animal Crossing amiibo party type game. Um, why? Why do you want that? Like, genuine question. Plus, what would that even entail? Because I feel like the only gameplay they could come up with amiibo was like tapping stuff, you know? Like that's how Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival was. It was literally just tap instead of pressing the A button. I liked the Smash Bros stuff where it's like, oh, you can train your fighter or whatever. The only thing I don't like is that, you know, I'm cool with that kind of stuff, but then it's like, okay, but then I have to like buy these things, you know? Why not just have it in the game? Like if you're gonna make a game, you know, it's like what do the amiibo offer besides just unlocking a thing? You know? If they want fat loads of cash, they should give us a new Wario Land game. I'm pretty sure there were like very credible rumors that there will be a new WarioWare, or not WarioWare, oh, Wario Land. I mean, just Skylanders. Yeah, I mean Skylanders was the most like, ooh, Toys to Life thing. Ooh, but even that you could argue like, did the toys actually add anything? Because I don't really think they did. I think the toys just like, you know, they just unlock stuff. Which is like, you know, it's fine. It's fine. I don't know what you could do with an amiibo that would like enhance the gameplay. Unless it was like a really advanced one, like a Tamagotchi type amiibo thing, where it could like do stuff and like have its own little screen or something. Like that might be interesting. That would be like the Dreamcast. I could see that. I could see that being cool. Like the Mario Lego. But then that's like Lego. It's like, what is that? You don't need that to be a video game. I don't know exactly, but like if they had like, honestly, they should just bring back the Pokewalker. Just bring back the Pokewalker. People would use that. I would use that because like the Switch is not very portable. So like, and people like walking. People like exercise. I like exercise. Well, I don't always like exercise, but I like the idea of it. Bring back the Pokewalker. And but you know, you could just have it communicate via NFC. So it could technically sort of be an amiibo, kind of. I don't know. Pokemon Go is already technically a replacement for the Pokewalker. Yeah, but Pokemon Go is like using data to like form a military grid of the world so they can kill people or whatever. Like, and also, I don't know, that's not the same thing. It's like, can you transfer your Pokemon Go Pokemon into the full games and vice versa? I don't know. Is that possible? I don't actually know. I'm not I'm not as pokey-pilled as I once was. Toys for Life are for consoles when microtransactions are for mobile games, but less obnoxious and a lot pricier. I mean, yeah, they're like it's a similar thing. It's like it's basically like physical DLC in the best case scenario. In the worst case scenario, it's like it doesn't really add anything. And even and sometimes it just sucks because it's like it'll be like the Skyward Sword remake where it's like, oh, we're just gonna make it so you have to buy this really expensive amiibo in order to fast travel or whatever. Yeah, first time stream, I think. It says you're a first time chatter, so probably. Hello, welcome. You can transfer from Pokemon Go to Switch games, but not vice versa. Oh. Hmm. Have I tried Celeste? Yeah, I've played Celeste. I've played all of Celeste. Although I was like looking at Celeste again because my little brother got into it and he was like talking to me. He's like, "Oh my God, I died like 7 million times on this one level. How many times did you die on this level?" And then I had to like pull out Celeste to check. I didn't have to. I was like, let me check." And then I realized I don't think I ever did the seaside for the core. Is there a seaside for the core, or am I think there might be, and I don't think I ever beat it. But I did like everything else. I did like Farewell. I did, all the other B and C sides. But I might have never done the seaside for the core. So I'm like, oh, do I have to do that now? I haven't played the game in so long. I don't even know if I can do it now. Like I'd have to like re get good. Farewell still gives me nightmares. I, I'm gonna not to brag, but I'm gonna brag. I beat Farewell. Well, I think it took me like 2 nights. or just one really long night. But it wasn't. I mean, it was hard. It was hard as balls, but it wasn't so bad where it gave me nightmares. At least to me. But I'm kind of like a platformer nut. Farewell kind of sucks. Farewell is, I don't know. Farewell just feels like a concentrated Celeste in the way that like it introduces the mechanics in the same way the rest of Celeste does. I guess it just depends on if you like the mechanics or not. Hello, JT Wusky fan. In terms of the difficulty curve, it's absurd. Um, yeah, maybe I don't know. It's been a while since I played it. I mean, it definitely does ramp up, but I think it ramps up in a way where it's like if you've played a ton of Celeste and you've beaten all the other levels, where it's like, okay, yeah, let's get to it. Like I know what's going on here. I know it's gonna get hard, so let's just do it. Let's just let's just get to that. Like I don't think it wastes your time, but still like introduces things. I know what's going on here. I know what's going on. Punk Bunny! Oh my god! Hi. Hello, Urso Black. Hi, gamer. Wrong. I'm not even gaming. I'm not even gaming. I could just say I'm gaming if I'm not even gaming. I'm playing the game of life, I guess. Life's just a game to me. Nothing even freaking matters because we're just on a floating rock in the entire universe. Isn't that really deep, guys? I'm so mature because because uh I watched Rick and Morty in high school. Now I know how the universe works and nothing matters. What? What? Wait. Okay, be big. The latest season of Rick and Morty was alright, actually. Uh, what season are they even up to? I like stopped watching, I think in the season where Rick like takes a dump on a on a toilet in like the middle of the woods or whatever on like another planet. Like that was the last season I saw. And even that one I was like, I guess I'll watch more, you know. Like I was already kind of over it by that point, but I was like, yeah, I'll watch this season. Whatever. Season 9? Oh, that's crazy. It's kind of funny. Like I know that like Adult Swim and them made that deal where it's gonna be like they did the deal. They're gonna do 10 seasons of Rick and Morty. And then I feel like right after they made that deal, like Rick and Morty just like died socially. I just feel like all of a sudden everyone was like collectively over it. And like including myself, and I don't entirely know why. All right, I should do I should do a Makimo sticker. I don't know what to have Makimo do though. Like I like this Chief Nighty Whitey, where like he's doing the freaking Mario DDR pose. I do want to have one that's Fred like sucking on a juice box. I don't know for sure, but Rick and Morty seems way better off without Justin Roiland. But I feel like no one really watches since he left, and not because he left. I feel like people already had stopped watching, but like then it's like then he left, and you know they replaced the voice actors or whatever, and I feel like that just kind of changes something. Even if I think he's a wad, it's like it does the air changes. It's like, is this the same show? Do I care? I feel like I have to be reconvinced to watch this show. I didn't notice the change. I mean, okay. I mean, truth be told, I haven't watched probably since like season 4 or something like that. Whenever that season was with the toilet. Maybe that was 5. I don't know. Maybe that the latest. I'm gonna feel this way forever. I watched my like friends and I really enjoyed it, but I really didn't find it that special. Like, yeah, it was funny, but I honestly find things like The Amazing World of Gumball funnier. That is blasphemy. You should be murdered. No, that's fair. I mean, I liked Smiling Friends. Like, I think the show's funny. Um, but there are like people who get like really weird about it, and then they make it like their whole personality, and it's like, is it is it that good? I mean, I think we're just like starved for original shows and like ones that are like just funny, I guess. Like a lot of shows that come out now are either like Netflix bingers or whatever, like those types of shows, or like Apple TV, like Severance. Like I love Severance, but there aren't a lot of shows that are just like episodic anymore. And I don't know, I do kind of miss those, and I think Smiling Friends kind of tapped into that in a time when like no one else was really doing it. So I think that's why people like hold it on a pedestal. And also, I don't know, there is like the weird. You've got like the crazy like Newgrounds fanboys also who are like, oh my god, my funny boys can do no wrong. I have to support my funny boys. And I'm like, I mean, it's a funny show, but let's not get parasocial about it. At least Family Guy is still perfect and great, and everyone loves it. Uh, yeah, yeah, I agree. Never actually seen an episode. I just assume. Okay, well, why are you assuming? why why would you assume that of all things? I don't I don't watch Family Guy, but like I've seen some episodes when I was younger, and I'll see like the Family Guy funny moments. I'll see like the clips that people will share. But I don't know. I'm probably taking your message way too seriously, but I'm pretty sure the consensus is that it's not really good. Like it's just kind of like cartoon slop, like quote unquote adult cartoon slop, where it's adult cartoon. And adult cartoon means that they can say swears and make offensive jokes, but that's the only adult thing about it. I don't get why every new animated show has to look like Family Guy though. Um, I think it's a mix of things. I think it's like creatively bankrupt boomers or whatever, or like Gen Xers or whoever the heck, who they're like, oh, I love Family Guy. Oh, that was the best. So they just want to make their own Family Guy. And then I think it's also then there's also like the Suits or whatever, and they're like, yes, Family Guy is successful. We want our own Family Guy. So they're just trying to capture that energy. And I think the Family Guy style has just kind of become shorthand for like what you're supposed to expect when you go into those shows. You know, it's like, oh, it looks like Family Guy. That means it will be an adult animated show where they are kind of offensive or whatever. You know, it's kind of become like that. It's like a signifier. It's like it's going to be this kind of show where no one really cares, you know? And it's just kind of a cynical, boring thing. And you know, you're going to put it on and maybe you'll chuckle a little and that's kind of it. But you know, you kind of know what you're getting into just by looking at it. And I think that's the point also, you know. It's like they just want to get Family Guy viewers or people who understand what Family Guy is on some level or like through memes or something like I don't know, it's some kind of weird cultural osmosis mixed with like the suits not wanting to take any risks. So they're like, yes, we want it to like we want to communicate exactly what the show is. And what the show is dumb. It's like not good. But it's like that's what they want to communicate. So they're like, okay, we're just make it look like Family Guy. So we don't have to like do anything different. It's just Family Guy. At least that's my theory for why a lot of new adult cartoons look like Family Guy. I think it makes sense in like a stupid way. It's a good theory. But hey, that's just a theory. Okay, Muriel. Thanks for watching. I kind of miss MatPat, you know. I might be the first to say it, but kind of, I kind of miss MatPat. I saw there was a new game theory that came out, uh, but I didn't watch it. I think partially because I knew it wasn't MatPat, or I assumed it wasn't MatPat. You know, it's like the one where it's like, it's the new one that came out recently, where it's like, is this the end of physical media, or whatever? I like partially didn't watch it for like the map pad reason, then also partially because I'm like, yeah, I know about all this stuff already and how it sucks and how there's not that much we can really do about it. So I'm like, I don't know. Do I need to hear some random game theory? Tell me what I already know. Game theorist. I want map pad. That Akuma looks like the plushie. Looks like it's a plushie concept art. Is that good? Will we ever see EU shipping? Um, maybe. Someone did send me like I've looked into the options I have for that. The ones that I've found are they're like expensive, you know. It's like, oh yeah, you could ship to the EU, but you'll have to pay like $600 a year to do that. And then I'm like, well, I don't really sell enough to like warrant that. Like that would like I don't get that many EU shipments. you know, like or orders, like I'll get them and I get like a surprising amount where I'm like, whoa, that's awesome. But not enough where I could like spend that and it wouldn't matter. Unfortunately. Someone did send me another one that I haven't checked out, but I will look into it and maybe it's cheaper. Because it's like you have to get like a representative in the EU to like legally represent your product or whatever. It's the whole point is that like, oh, if it's you know, you have to make sure what you're selling is made out of non-harmful materials. And if something happens with your product, they need to be able to like reach out to someone who lives in the EU, I guess. Or maybe so they can sue you. Like, I don't even know. I don't even know. But it's like they want you to have that. And that costs money. That's yucky. Yeah, like that's why people are like, "Oh man, you're not saving the EU, no." And I'm like, "I want to. I did it before, and then they changed the law, at, like the end of 2024, and I kind of just was like, you know, maybe I don't have to follow the law, you know, like hypothetically, you know, like, uh, does this apply to me? I wasn't entirely sure, and everywhere I've looked, it's like, yes, it does apply to small businesses or like individual people or whatever. As far as I can tell, like I've looked into it so much to be like, okay, does this actually apply to someone who's like selling hats off of an online store who's like not a full-on business? I'm just one person. And as far as I can tell, it's like, yeah, if you're selling stuff, it does apply, I think. But also like all the stuff around the rules are kind of fuzzy. And it's just scary. I'm like, I don't know what would happen if like I don't know. It's like I could take the risk and just send stuff anyway, but then if something were to happen, I don't know. That could end not that good for me. I don't want to get sued by the European Union and then I have no more money, you know. I don't really know if I want that to happen. I'll legally represent you. Thank you. Thank you, Dexter. I live in Europe. I'll spread the word. What word are you spreading? Don't spread anything. Don't- Meme Lord. Hi, it's been years since I opened this site. I remember you're the first person I watched. How are you? Meme Lord. I'm good. How are you? It's been a while since I've streamed as well. Maybe that is the case. People, I think, neglect the regulations as they are small vendors and just get ignored by the large guy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's like I'm sure there are people who like don't even know about it and have been fine. You know, like this is one of those things where it's like, oh, is this me? You know, like, am I? Is this one of those things where it's like ignorance is bliss, and if I just didn't know about this, I'd and maybe nothing would ever happen, and I'd be fine, and I'd be like, la la la, I can sell to Europe, la la la, or no, you know, I'm not sure. It's also like it's weird for me because it's like I think what they want you to do is literally be like, this product is made out of this thing, and this thing is environmentally safe, and blah blah blah, and I'm like, bro, I don't know that stuff. Like ideally it'd be nice if I knew that stuff, but it's like I'm working with this shirt printing people, and they got this shirt from this other company that sells like blank shirts or whatever, and and then now I made the design, and then they're printing on it with I don't know what kind of ink they use or whatever. It's just like it's just not how my thing has gone, and I'm not really like a business person. I don't know all that stuff. It's like I guess I have to learn it, learn some of that. I don't know. This could probably all be used in court against me if I if I sell in the EU. So yeah, maybe now it won't happen unless I have enough money to do it legally. New Gorillaz album is good. Yeah, it is good. Orange, Orange County in the mountain. Hello, Comic 3. She got a business card, then everyone listened to you. I had a business card back when I still had uh the old Jackademia style. Back when I still drew myself like that. Wow. It's been so long since I'm well weird. Strange. That's old. That's like a different person. Um I had a business card when I still drew my like YouTube Sona like that. So I definitely need a new one. My grandma was telling me because I gave her a hat. I gave both my grandmas uh my hat like for free. I was like, yeah, it's a gift. Here you go. I would do that for you guys, but none of you are my grandma, so sorry. But my grandma was like, you should have a business card and you could give it out to people. And so I'm like, you're right. You're so right, grandma. I can be your grandma. I don't know if you like physically can be, but I mean, you're welcome to try. Kowalski, oh my glob. Hi, Kowalski. I think this little macrame looks pretty good. Pretty good. One thing I kind of struggle with, or I'm trying to get a little better at, is like, we live in the age of AI or whatever, and it's like you can't always tell sometimes, and I feel like, you know, I like when artists lean into like this is art and you could kind of see the messiness that goes into it a bit. So I'm trying to like get better at incorporating the messiness like into my art again. Or not again, but like in a way that's purposeful. And I'm not always that good at it. Sometimes I'm not sure. Because sometimes I'm like, I don't know. Well, I kind of want to fix this so that it looks more professional, quote unquote. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out the line between like doodly and professional or whatever. Because I do want these stickers to be kind of like doodly silly. You plan to do something for the Jackademia 10-year anniversary. Oh yeah, I didn't write about that in my Patreon post. I don't know. I mean, it's literally in like a week, I think. Uh, uh, I don't know. I was thinking earlier in this year, I was like, oh, I might do like a 10-year video where I talk about being on YouTube for 10 years. But I started writing one and I'm like, man, I don't know. I don't know if I want to like just go all like nostalgia slash analyzing mode on like all my old stuff. You know, like I don't know if I'm in that brain space right now. And also there's some things from like my past on YouTube that I don't really know if I feel comfortable sharing it or if the other people that are like involved in it would be comfortable with that or want me to. And I don't even want to like that much. I'm not like, oh yeah, I've been sitting on a gold mine. Like I have some funny stuff that I've made in the past. Uh, but it's like endearing funny. You know, it's like oh this is bad, but it's kind of funny. And I don't know. I don't know if I really feel like digging that up. At least not right now. So that was one thought I had, and then the other thought I had was like, oh well, what if I talk about like how YouTube has changed over the years? And I'm like, well, I mean, I think YouTube's kind of gotten worse in a lot of ways. And I don't really know if I want to do a whole video about that. Like I don't think I have anything new to really add besides like my perspective from like the story time community, I guess. But even then, I was never like that deep into like the story time community. I mean like I was, but I'm not really like in communication with all the people who are like still in it, you know. I don't know. Basically, I wasn't sure what to even do for it. And my initial thought was making a video, and then I kind of brainstormed and like started writing a bit of it, and then I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm feeling this. So I don't know. I was like, I definitely want to acknowledge it in some way. Like maybe I'll just literally just do a post. I don't know, a community post. Your old stuff is still really good and it's on its own in its own way. I mean, I don't think it's bad. And I'm not even talking about just Jackademia stuff. I'm talking about like channels I've had before Jackademia. Uh, which there are a handful. I think I did do like, didn't I do like a Jackademia like 5-year anniversary stream? Didn't I do that? I think I did that. I think I did that with my friend Connor. And I think I did it like on Twitch. That'd be a Mr. Beast video. That guy kind of poisoned the way YouTube's done in the mainstream. Oh, like if I was talking about like the current state of YouTube. Yeah, I mean, I feel like what Mr. Beast did is he just like accelerated the process of like and like really pushed forward this like idea of oh, doing YouTube to like make a butt ton of money and that's kind of like your whole motivation for it. I mean, I don't know if Mr. Beast is like the solely responsible for that. I'm sure there's plenty of other like YouTubers who are like that and kind of pushed that vibe. But yeah, I feel like there are so many more YouTubers now, especially like using AI and stuff, where they're just viewing YouTube as like this way to make money. And it's like, well, yeah, it's like I view it I view it in that way also, but I view it as a way to make money doing something that I like doing. You know, it's like I like drawing, I like animating, I like making things, and I also need money to survive, and I would like to keep drawing and animating and making things, and I like YouTube, you know. Like I've watched YouTube for like over half my life. I don't know. So it's like in my case, I think it's different than guys who like see like get rich quick schemes on YouTube and they'd be like, "Well, I want to do that." Because I feel like there's so many of those now. There's so many like, "Ooh, make a faceless YouTube channel. Use AI to literally steal this guy's video." Like I'll watch those like Jack's Films does he's been doing videos lately where he's just like talks about these like really shitty YouTubers who are basically just like scamming children or just like stealing stuff and like basically like they're exemplifying the that kind of person that I'm talking about who like just they just view YouTube as like, oh, this is a way to make money. I don't really care what I make. I can make literally anything as long as I'm making money. And it's like, I mean, sure, if that's your prerogative, but if that's your prerogative, like, I don't know. I feel like you could be doing something more productive for the world besides like uh telling kids they're gonna get free Robux and then stealing their parents' money. Like, like I don't know. I'm wondering if maybe there's a better way. I don't know. Your plush keychain killed my Clawhauser plush keychain by breaking the plastic ring. Whoa. Well, your other plush deserved it then because my plush is better and stronger. So that's yeah, that's not my fault. That's the other plush's fault for being weak. Weak. Hi, Hal. Wonder if there's someone out there who really is giving free Robux. Oh God. Yeah, it's me. Guys, if you send me 500 Twitch bits, you hit the funny button. The funny button. You could send me all of your bits, and then you'll find the Robux in your back pocket. This is a joke. This is a joke for Twitch, for Twitch's prying eyes. This is a complete joke. I will not be giving free Robux to anyone. For I don't know. Does Twitch care? Twitch probably cares. I don't think you're allowed to like lie and solicit the money from people. Guys, give me all your bits, and I swear I'll uh I'll show you guys the new Zelda. I'll show you guys Ocarina of Time. I have it on my Switch 2 right now. My uncle works at Nintendo, guys. My uncle works at Nintendo, and he got me Ocarina of Time remake, and I have it. I just don't want to show you guys because I don't know. I could get in really bad legal trouble, but maybe if you guys gave me 5 bits, I would do it. Also clarifying that this is also a joke, and don't do that. Just took 500,000 in loans for this. Can you return a loan? Like, if you take a loan and then you're immediately like, actually, I changed my mind. Like, can you just give the money back? Or, or would there be like a penalty? Every demographic. Why play Ocarina of Time when you could play Wario Land 4 for the Game Boy Advance family of systems? Whoa. Wario Land 4 for the Game Boy Advance family of systems starring Wario. Sequel to Wario Land 3, which was the sequel to Wario Land 2, which was the sequel to Wario Land, which was the sequel to Super Mario Land 2. Wario Land 4 is a good game. I should play it again at some point. I played it as a kid. It was like one of the first like Game Boy Advance games I had. I had that. I had Metroid Fusion. I had uh Super Mario Advance, the one that was like Mario Bros. 2. I had that one. So like a lot of those voice clips from that game are like seared into my brain. Like when Luigi goes, "Now I'm a movie." Like I don't know why he says that. Now I'm a movie. What is this song saying? I think it's like based on like there were like these internal memos for advertising from Pepsi where they were like talking about redesigning their logo. And it was like really creepy. Like just how much they thought about it and like how they were framing it. And they were talking about like everyone will love it. We're targeting every demographic. Hi, El Verdadero Mano. Geomagnetism. It says now I'm a moving. Oh, really? I always thought he said now I'm a movie. Like a movie star, but without the star. Now I'm a movie. Because he says it like after you beat a boss. Mario Land 4 and Metroid Fusion share the same engine. I think I did know that. Actually, I think I knew that. If you like Wario Land 4, you should play this really niche indie game called Pizza Tower. I actually do like Pizza Tower a lot. It's a good game. Also, if you like Sonic, you should play Pizza Tower because it does have a lot of like, ooh, I gotta go fast energy. Yeah, he says it after you beat a boss. I remember him saying it every like after you beat Birdo. Pizza Tower is more based on Sonic than Wario Land 4. Um, I feel like the being good at it is based more on Sonic. But like the level structure is very based on Wario Land. Like just like first you explore the level like thoroughly, but then you're mostly exploring it thoroughly so that then you can do like the super speed run back and get the P rank. And like the super speed stuff, that's way more Sonic. But there's no loop-de-loops. If you want a real Wario Land game, it's gotta be Anton Blast. I've heard of Anton Blast, and I also know about Anton Blast as the one that was also coming out that was like said to be based on Wario Land 4 that was unfortunate enough to be after Pizza Tower. Like I feel like so many people just didn't pay attention to it because of that, including me. Like I'm gonna be real. I was like, I just played Pizza Tower. I don't need to play this. At least not right now. But I did feel a little bad about it. Because I was like, I don't know. Maybe it's even better. Maybe it's very different. It just has that one similarity that's, I mean, kind of a big similarity. Try Wario Land 3. I do want to try that. I think that's on like Switch Online. Have you played the new Deltarune chapter? I have, yes.
Return of the Jack.
Uh, Hi Sky, thank you so much for the resub. 35 months, thank you. Return of the Jack. Listen what it is, what it is, what it is, what it isn't. I don't know what the actual lyrics are. Beside YouTuber and streamer, do you have a day job? Um, I'm barely a streamer now. And no, I would say I do not. I don't have a day job at the moment. I did a few years ago. Uh, and honestly, maybe I should get one. Because I am kind of scraping by with what I currently make from YouTube. Um, but I'm trying to, you know, I'm trying to turn that around so that I can do more than just scrape by. I've got a new video coming out, and I'm trying to do more merch, which is what I'm working on right now. Because ideally, I wouldn't have to get another day job, but you know, we'll have to see. Like if I have to, then I guess I have to. I say I wouldn't mind working at a cafe, but I know that I'm just romanticizing it. You know, like I'm like, yeah, I think I would like the vibe of that, but I'm definitely romanticizing it. It's like, yeah, the vibe would be so cool. And then like after a week, you're like, I hate the smell of coffee. I don't like people anymore. I should try robbing people in the subway. Yeah. Well, there's the one method, the mixtape method, where they go, "Hey, you want to check out my mixtape?" And then you like hand them the CD, and then they're like, "What?" But they like act like it's free, and then they get mad. They're like, "Okay, $20 or whatever." And then the person's like, "Huh?" And then then they uh try to like extort you. That happened to one of my friends before I lived in New York City in Mamdanistan. Is that what they're doing? Yeah, no, it's a scam. They're not actually giving out mixtapes. I mean, there might be something on it. I like that was my friend's the reason why he took it. He was like, yeah, I want to see like what crap like if it's really bad or whatever, you know, like or maybe it's really good, and then you're like, oh, that's cool. I'll check out your SoundCloud or whatever. But no, it's like a scam where they like basically then just like harass you for money, and then they'll like accuse you of stealing, and you're like, well, I didn't know that it cost money, but then they like won't take it back or whatever. It's weird. You don't make commissions anymore? Um, no, not at the moment. I was doing commissions earlier in the year, but I kind of was like, well, maybe that time would be better spent making like I'm trying to get back into making merch because I'm like I make more money with it and I do want to make more stuff. And as far as like time to financial gain like ratio, I think the ratio is a lot better. And it's like, I don't know, that kind of makes more sense for me when I have like a YouTube audience that I can tell about my stuff, you know. Like, hey guys, I made a thing, and then there's a decent chance that there will be some people who want some of it. And even if I only sell like 20, you know, if I sell 20 stickers and each of them is like $3 or whatever, that's you know, that's I would probably sell more than that. But I don't know. I'm just saying it scales. I feel like it scales better. At least in my brain, it does. Like you have to spend more money to actually like make what you're trying to sell, but it's like instead of drawing one nice thing for one person for like $100, it's like you draw one nice thing that hopefully a lot of people make, and then you make more than $100. At least that's the way I think about it. Like, oh yeah. Plus, I don't know. I do kind of like the physical aspects of like doing the shop myself. Like I do the shipping, and I like go to the post office and I drop off the stuff and I put the things in the bags and all that. And when you like sit at a computer and animate a lot, I don't know. I do kind of appreciate like having like a physical outdoor thing that I also get to do. That's the way I've been looking at it. I don't like these like bulbous ends. Walski, you're telling me I should go gamble in Las Vegas? That's really smart. I did gamble in Las Vegas when I went like a few years ago. I went to the Las Vegas Fur Con. Like, I think it was like the first one they ever did, or like the second one. It was either the first or the second. Uh, and I did gamble, and I think it was like the first night I made like I think I made like $100, or like $200 or something off of like $10. It was like a roulette type thing. And I was like, whoa. And then I was like, okay, that's awesome. This is all I'm gonna spend though. At least that was my thought. Like I'm only gonna spend what I make from this. Um, and then I lost it all. I lost it all. And then I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm done. I don't need to gamble ever again. Yeah, 99% of gamblers quit right before they win big. That's so like diabolical because it like it I guess it's true or it sounds true, but like it's framed in the way where it's like, yeah, don't quit. You're just about to win. It's gonna happen the next one, but you quit right before. And that's like the gambler mindset. You know, it's like just one more. This will be the one. This time for sure. This time for sure. Hmm. I definitely got like that a little bit when I was in Vegas. And then I ran out of the money that I made. And I was like, okay, I'll leave now. I will be done. What gambling games did I play? Uh, um, the first one was like some kind of roulette type thing, but like easier, where there's like percentages or something, and I think it was like a big wheel, and you would put like different dollars on different colors on this big board or whatever, and it was like the blue is you have the least chance of winning with that, but it will times what you put here by 10. And then there was like the orange, and that will only times it by 2 or whatever, like stuff like that. That's roulette, but it's not like the one with like the black and red with the big wheel in the middle of like it's not like that one. I don't know. I don't know what it was called, but it was similar. And then they spin the big wheel, and then it will land on the thing, and then it's like, oh my gosh, yeah. I guess it was like that, but there weren't chips or whatever. Uh, and then I think I won like on the first roll. I was like, oh my god, and then I was like, I'm walking away now. I'm gonna go buy a drink or whatever. And then and then over the course of the week, I would just like try every now and then, like, yeah, I'll try this thing. Oh, I'll try this thing. And I never won any of them. And then I was like, oh, I lost all the money I made. So I'm back to square one. And I was just like, yeah, okay, I'm done. Would you gamble for $1? Uh, what? I'll gamble that dollar. Sure. If that's like the the prerequisite for getting the dollar, then sure. But if you're just gonna give me a dollar, I might just keep the dollar. Fredward. I don't plan to gamble in my entire life. Yeah. And that's probably the smarter thing to do. My mom was just like, yeah, have fun in Vegas, but also, don't gamble anything that you're not prepared to like not have. So I just kind of went in with like, okay, only gonna gamble this amount in my brain. Because I was like, I don't know, I've never done it. What if I win big? What if I'm the one? What if I'm the lucky one? And then I did, and then I won. Like times 10. And then I lost it all. Should have quit while I was ahead. I was like, okay, I've learned the lesson. I've learned the gambling lesson. I do think they're like evil. Oh yeah, they definitely are. They're not good. They're like a blight. Like it would probably be better for the world if they didn't exist, or if there were like very controlled circumstances where people could do them or whatever. I don't know. But now it's like, everything's becoming a casino. Like now you got gambling on your phone. Bet it all on freaking Kalshi. You could gamble on the news. Like it's insane. It's not good. And there's like less regulations on those types of things just because they're apps. Because the government is like purposefully dragging its feet on that because I don't know, they can make money. So they're like, yeah, we don't need to regulate the apps yet. Gotta do quarter machines like the penny stacking games. Oh yeah, Timothy Chalamet doing the Kalshi ads. Like that was crazy. That was so dumb. It's like, dude, you're like, I don't know. He's like so in the limelight right now because of like all the movies he's in. And I think people are like, yeah, Timothy Chalamet, yay. But I guess that's why he did it, because he was just like, yeah, I can afford to take a minor hit on my publicity, and then people will forget because my new movie is coming out. And Kalshi will pay me to promote gambling to young boys and girls. I love him. He's the goat, but that was loser shit. Well, yeah, like it's like he's good at acting, but it just kind of shows like, okay, so he just doesn't have morals. Like, so he's probably like an asshole in real life. It's like he's not like he's like starving for money. It's not like he's like, oh man, I don't know, guys, I really had to do it. I haven't had a good acting gig in a long time. But it's just like he got this opportunity to make like a wad of cash, and he was like, yeah, I don't care. I don't care about my impressionable fan base. So it does reflect poorly on him. It makes me like him a bit less. But it doesn't change like his acting skills. You know, I think he's a good actor, so I'm like, okay, you know, I don't know. You can like an actor and think they're good, but not like them as a person. He also did it for Nick's hype. What does that even mean, though? Everyone's so excited about the Knicks, guys. I just have to do this Kalshi ad. Guys, I'm so excited about the Knicks that Kalshi's gonna give me like $100 million. Isn't that so fun? Like, I guess maybe he's like, oh my god, I really want to gamble on the Knicks. I wish I could do an ad right now. Like, is that what he was thinking? Like, I don't know. Timothy wants to be the new Spike Lee, celebrity voice of the team. Uh, what does that have to do with Kalshi? Doing a Kalshi ad during the finals about sports betting was contributing to that? Guess. I don't know. I don't know how all that works, but it sounds stupid to me. Would you still play Nintendo games if they remastered Mario 64 and put casino minigames in it? They would never do that. What you're gonna tell me that they're gonna make Luigi like the dealer? That would that would that would be bad. That'd be bad. Bum, 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 bum. That is so crazy. Like, let's put in these gambling mini games. I guess they're just card games, but it's still like casino themed. Hey, welcome to Luigi Casino. Are you pro or anti-gambling restrictions in video games? Uh, I mean, I don't like that they took out the casino in like Pokemon, like uh Fire Red and stuff like that. Or maybe it wasn't Fire Red, but then they took it out from like after the Game Boy Advance games, they got rid of them. And I was like, what? Let me play the slots. Let me play them. Luigi's the only casino owner I trust. I would agree, yeah. Luigi's just in it for the love of the game. He's not in it for the money. He just likes cards. Uh I've been barista'd. There you go. Baristified. The casinos in Pokemon were fun, but they really didn't add anything. Well, didn't they they had like items that you could only get with doing that, I think. Like I think that's how I got like a moonstone or something. I mean, I guess there were other ways to get that, but I don't know. I mean, it makes sense why they got rid of it, but I'm also like, I don't know, you can't put like anything there. Or maybe they did. I think they put like a card, like a matching game, memory game. It's something in Diamond and Pearl, but I don't remember how it worked. I just like the music. I forget. Yeah. I just like when they have little mini games with good music. I feel like they don't really do that as much anymore. Wow, this really sounds like Noward. It is Noward. Well, actually, it's Hip Color, William Benkner, Ben, Benkert, Nelward, and Tom Olavson. Loot boxes are touchy, but virtually where there's no money on the line is perfectly fine, especially in 18 plus games like GTA or Red Dead 2. Uh, I don't know. I guess the argument would just be that which is dumb. I mean, it's a dumb argument. The argument would be like, well, kids do play these games, and then they'll be exposed to it, and then they'll become gamblers, which is true because if kids like gamble at a young age, like they're way more likely to become like full throttle gamblinos. At least I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I've heard that. But it is dumb. It's kind of the similar argument uh as like all the people trying to like regulate the internet and make us have to like give our even more personal information to like evil companies. It's like there could be a kid here. It's like, okay, well, there could be a kid anywhere. Like there could be, and there probably shouldn't be, but also like I don't think this warrants like this overstep of power and like breach of privacy, you know. Especially because it's not really about the kids. At least in terms of that. I don't know about the whole gambling thing though. Have you tried Deltarune? I've played all of it, so yeah, I'd say I've tried it. I've given it a fair a fair shake. What's with every country ever suddenly wanting Face ID and stuff? Something weird going on. Yeah, I've watched a lot of videos about it. Um, it's it's bad and it's not good, and we should oppose all of that type of stuff because it doesn't actually like keep kids safe. It's really just like big tech just wanting even more control and like power, and the government just kind of being like, yeah, like thinking that like wanting to be like in cahoots with it so that they also have more control uh, over like what you can do and see online and stuff like that. And that's just like their excuse to do it. Like big tech, they just want more info on everyone because that's just what they want all the time. And then a lot of politicians get paid off and just want to go with it also because they think either they like believe their lies, or they also feel like they could benefit from increased surveillance. Either way, it's bad. The Commonwealth countries, except Canada, are pushing for extreme overreach into public surveillance. What are the Commonwealth countries? I mean, I'm glad Canada's not doing it. Is Commonwealth just like, what is that? I don't know what that is. I don't know. I'm a little stupid. Mm. I've said this on Blue Sky, but one book that I read slash listened to that I think is really good, and I think more people should listen slash read it, is Enshittification by Cory Doctorow. Like it is a good book, and it does explain like most, if not all, of like how and why the internets and like online services and a lot of things in general have just like gotten worse and more like controlling and stuff, and like what we can maybe do about it. And it is a good book. And it came out very recently, like last year. It's very like up to date. Uh, and like, it does explain a lot of like, oh, that explains why everything online is getting worse. It's on purpose. Australia, Canada, India, South Africa, countries like that. Old UK colonies. Okay. Hmm. Okay, I was just checking my schedule. Okay, I'm just gonna clean up this nighty whitey, and then I had like one other Fred I wanted to draw. Actually, like two other Freds I wanted to draw because I also okay. So I had another idea. So I want to do this sticker sheet, but then I also wanted to do a keychain or a pin. Do you guys like keychains more or pins more? And also, I was thinking, what if the keychain or pin was like wooden and also had like this uh the composition lines on it? That makes sense. I don't know. I don't know if wooden keychains are good though. I love pins. Both are sick. Wood is epic though. I like keychains more. Hmm. I guess I could do a poll, like on YouTube or something. They really have to add polls to Blue Sky. I don't know why they haven't. I like being able to poll people. It's good. It's a good feature. You do not know the raw quantity of pins I own compared to keychains. How'd you make wooden keychains? Well, same. It's like I would use a seller that you know like Vogue Grace or something like that. They have options for that. But they'll have like synthetic wood or like real wood also. Uh, and I think it's like basically the same thing as a normal keychain. It like prints onto it. Uh, and I thought that might make sense for like this kind of composition paper look, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, my thought with this merch is I want to have it done and like, ready to sell. Like I want to have it delivered to me so I can ship them out to people. When the video comes out, I want to put like a little thing at the end of the video. Uh, like Glitch Productions, because I don't know. I'm kind of thinking like, well, I gotta make rent, and I don't make enough from AdSense, especially because I don't post videos that regularly. Um, and I don't have a sponsor for this video, and I don't always really want to do sponsors. I would prefer to not have to. So my thought was like, oh, well, what if I should make more merch type stuff, and what if I just, release new stuff with every video? Because it takes me so long to do a video anyway. It's a good like reason to be like, oh, and here's some merch. that you can buy to support the channel. So that's like my current thought with how I want to like approach merch and videos going forward. It was Bowen. Bowen from Omori. Omoen. I think I first heard My Time on Flipnote Studio. And then I heard it in the Omori trailer, and I was like, oh my gosh, I know this song. But that was the first time I heard the full song. 'Cause before I just heard like a portion of it. It was like a edgy, furry animation on Flipnote. Um, and then it was in the Omori trailer, and then I checked out the EP or the album. Is it an EP or is it? I'm not sure. Oh, it's an album. Yeah. Hmm. I just got brain blasted with glitch product and remember the end of the Amazing Dojo Circus. Is it a hot take to call the last episode bad? I don't know. I liked the last episode, and that's from someone who didn't love a lot of the beginning of the series. Like I thought this show gradually got better, like with each episode. Especially like after episode 4. I was like, okay. Like the pacing got better, the writing got better. Um, felt more like they had a better structure for like how an episode should go and like, stuff like that. I was like, oh, okay, this is what it should have been from the beginning. And then I don't know. I liked the last episode. I saw it like in theaters. Many people think the opposite. What do other people think? Like, oh, it got worse as the show went on. If people think that, then I don't know. They tried too hard to make it a happily ever after. Uh, I don't think so. I mean, yeah, they made it like, oh, okay, it's not like a horror ending, but it's still like existential, I guess. You know, it's still like, oh, they acknowledge that, yeah, they are stuck here forever, and that they aren't, they're just like copies. And I think they did that in a good way, where it wasn't like the focus. And I know some people, especially like people who love theorizing and whatever, like probably got annoyed by that. But I don't know. I was never into that. Like I couldn't. I don't know. I don't really enjoy theory culture. Especially because like when the show first came out, I was very cynical about it. I was very like, this feels like it was concocted in a lab to like get people theorizing and drawing the characters because the character designs were very like iconic looking. And I was very cynical about the whole show because I was like, I don't know, it just feels like it was concocted in a lab. It just feels like a mix of all these other popular internet things. And I didn't think the writing was good. I thought the writing was bad. But I think the end of the show and the fact that it didn't focus on that stuff made me warm up to it a lot more. I was like, okay, I see what you were doing, what you were trying to do. And I think they were good at hitting like emotional beats in the final episode. So I liked it. It made me like the rest of the series more because I was like, okay, now I know what you were trying to do with the series on some level. It feels way less cynical to me now. And that made me respect it more. Kane should come back. Kane should not come back. Consider this. Who cares? Yeah, I don't know. I was just able to like accept it for what it was, and I enjoyed it, especially because like I liked what it was, even if it wasn't, it wasn't perfect. It wasn't like, oh man, that was incredible. But I could feel like the heart in it, whereas I couldn't from the beginning. And as the show went on, I definitely felt it more. And then yeah, I was like, okay, this is good. I'm glad this was made. Is it perfect? No, it's like so far from that. Uh, I don't know what people were expecting. I think it's one of those shows where, at least in the beginning, a lot of the value in the show is brought by the fan base rather than the actual show itself. Uh, which is fine. Like if you're really into that, then that's cool. But for me, I was like, I wish the show was better from the start to make me like care. You know, I wasn't hooked by the theories and whoa, the central mystery. I was like, okay. I mean, it seems like it could be neat, but I need to be like invested. I need to like the characters first, and I feel like the writing didn't really give me enough, at least in the beginning. I think a lot of the show had pressure for it to be this big ass thing, and I think a lot of it was the fact that Goose was dealing with a lot of drama and shit, so the pressure was getting to him, so it could have been different. I don't think so. Um, I think Goose Works literally said like that her she had like the idea for the show and like how it would end and like the main like reveal and stuff like from the start. Um, and I think she like worked backwards from that, and I think that's why the beginning is very like rough. So I don't know. I think it is the story that she wanted to tell. Am I crazy or did Murder Jones make no sense? I haven't seen that, so I don't know. I feel like if you're thinking that, then maybe it didn't. I don't know. Ping pong the animation. Media criticism is pointless because no media is perfect except for ping pong the animation. Chris, what are you talking about? Also, hi, Chris. I don't know if I said hi before. Have you seen Ping Pong the animation? I don't think so. It's an anime by Masaki Yuasa. Uh, Yeah, I don't think I have. What is it about? Ping pong. What? I just got out from work. Hi, Quinn, RX. Hope work was all right. Is the general? I am curious though. Is like the general, not the general. Well, I don't. Do Digital Circus fans who like have been fans from the very start, do they think like the show got worse like as it went on? Because that would surprise me. Because I think the opposite. As someone who likes shows and movies and stuff. I've been watching since the start. I thought it got better, but then the last episode was the weakest. Okay. I guess that's fair. I'm just like, I hope there's no one who genuinely thinks like the first like episode or like the first two episodes are like the best. I mean, I'm sure there's someone who thinks that. Many people liked it more when the series focused more on mystery and liminal aesthetics, from what I've heard. Or many people liked it more. Yeah, I didn't like that. I feel like if you want a thing with mystery and liminal aesthetics, watch Backrooms. That's like a way better way of doing that. I think the show is better when they didn't do that because people will see dead air in a in a show. Wow, the pacing is so slow and that there's so much dead air, and be like, this is liminal. I mean, I know like aesthetically they were like liminal, like oh she Omni runs through like the back rooms basically, like Backrooms Office Edition in the first episode, but I'm like, the vibe of the show didn't really feel. I don't know. It didn't. The first episode didn't feel like anything to me. I was just like, this feels like boring and drawn out. But I mean, like ultimately, I'm glad it got made. I respect all the people who worked on it. I like how it turned out. Um, but yeah, it was definitely rough. Like I could tell at least that it was someone's like first like project like that, like trying to write all this dialogue and all this like series and stuff, and I could tell. Not that, and it's not like a bad thing, you know. I'm glad that it exists like how it does, because it feels a lot more human to me. I was just like kind of cynical about it because it like blew up and became like so popular, like what felt like overnight, and only after like the first episode came out, and I was like, oh, like did we all watch the same thing? So I was kind of cynical because of that. I'm most excited for Knights of Guinevere. I'm excited for that too. I like that pilot. It was good. I feel like that one had a better balance of like they did a good job at like showing off like the basics of the characters. But like in a way where you still give them enough depth where they feel likable and you like want to know more about them. And it felt like paced pretty well. And then they also did like allude to like, ooh, there's more stuff going on here. Ooh. I think they did it in a better way, but that's also because like the showrunner, uh, what, Dana Terrace, is that who did it? Um, you know, they've made shows
I
before.
remember these characters.
Oh my god! Hi Chase, thank you for the resub. Yeah, yeah, it's Fred. Fred the Angry Spoon. I'm making Fred stickers. It's a Fred sticker sheet. What was I just working on? Oh, this one. Yeah, Digital Circus got super popular with kids because of the bright colors and stuff. And also it had like the bright colors and stuff, and then it also got popular with the people who love like theorizing about stuff because they like gave just enough where you're like for people who like doing that to be like, oh my god, theory. And I need more. I need more than just that. I need reason to care first before you can start throwing theory bait at me. So I think it was like a perfect storm of like it's this combination of all these things that have kind of been proven to be popular online. And then you got like character designs that were very like bright and eye-catching. And you also got the people who are like, ooh, but it's secretly dark. Ooh, on board. You know? I don't know. I think it was just like a perfect storm. Make a Jerona sticker. Jerona. Jerona. I love Jerona. Blue. I wonder what the next thing to get 400 million views will be. I know what it is. It's Fred the Angry Spoon and the worst rescue plan ever that worked. The sequel to my first Fred book slash video. Releasing uh as soon as possible. Hopefully next week. I think it could happen. You know, if I get these like sent out, if I get these like made and like delivered to me as soon as possible, which is my goal, and I think it could happen. Fred is gonna conquer the world. Trust me. I don't know. I don't even know if I want Fred to conquer the world. I mean, like, I don't know if I've talked about this on stream before, but I've thought about this a bunch. Where it's like, this is like a thing I made as a kid, and I think that's where a lot of the appeal comes from. And I think people like it for what it is also, at least the people who watch the video. But I also don't want to live like just remaking a thing that I made, you know, like as a kid. Especially because like I don't really have like grand visions for it. It's really just like just I don't know. I thought it'd be fun, and it is fun, but I don't know if I want it to be like my big thing. So my thought is here's a spoiler. Uh, Fred 2 also ends with a cliffhanger. Oh no, cliffhanger! Oh no, it ends with another cliffhanger that is, and then like because there are three books in the Nighty Whitey arc. That's what I'm calling it. Um, and then the Nighty Whiteys are like actually well they're not done forever, but they're done for a while. So my thought is okay, I want to like animate the first three books, and then I'll probably be done with Fred animations and videos, and then if I make like a fun animated thingy, I want it to be like more new. I'm falling. Orange. I hate his voice acting. I can't tell if it's bad or if they put a bad filter over it. I mean, it's supposed to be bad. Oh wait, you're talking about Game Overs. I thought you were talking about Gerona, about Flowery. Gerona. How could you hate Flowery's voice acting? Gerona. It's my Gerona. I physically cannot stop saying glue. uh, I've been like quoting the freaking Chris Hansen video, but it was like a TikTok or like a YouTube short or whatever. I saw it on YouTube Shorts because I don't use TikTok, but with the guy it's a Chris Hansen, but he's really hungry, and he like he's just like the dude that he's trying to catch has like a pizza, and he's like, how about I get a slice? I bet you weren't expecting such a hungry guy. And I keep like repeating it, and it's awesome. And then they had the freaking trailer for um the Robert Pattinson Chris Hansen To Catch a Predator movie. And it looks good. Like I'm like, ooh, I want to watch that. But like he comes out and he says, "Big night planned," and it made me laugh. I'm like, most of what I know about Chris Hansen is literally just from like videos and people like doing impressions of him. The movie looks good. Glue. I like when Flowery says, "My king." I don't know why that one like sticks in my head. My king. Does anyone know how to replicate a dark oil painting style in like Kira? I don't know. Doing the Room remake with Bob Odenkirk. Are they doing a full one? I saw like a short, like just one scene, like the roof scene. I didn't know they were making a full one. They're doing the full thing. Wow, that's cool. I was like obsessed with The Room in college. Uh, like I probably watched it like 15 times. I would just show people it. And me and my roommate, we got like really good at quoting it. And then I like rewatch. I like didn't watch it for like years, and then I rewatched it like last year, like late last year, or maybe it was even early this year. Uh, and I was like, okay, it's still really good. It's I stopped watching because I was like, I've seen it too so much, like too many times. It's become like I was like, this can't be my personality. I can't just be like repeating The Room and like obsessed with it. I need to I need to change. I need to grow. And then I did, and then I came back, and then I was like, nah, this is still really good. This is still a really funny movie. Is The Room too normy now? I mean, it definitely became like big on YouTube for a bit. Uh, and then yeah, and then there was like the James Franco movie. I don't know. That wasn't why. I think I just had too much. I just had like an oversaturation of The Room. Mm. One of the worst films I ever saw was Clownado. Like good, bad, or just bad? Because there's a difference. It was kind of funny. Okay. I don't really like how I did the lines there. Feels like it like flattens it a little bit too much. Hmm. A bunch of evil clowns get the power to move in tornadoes or something and terrorize the town and have to get shot by like a military jet or something. Whoa. That's just like that's I mean that sounds kind of awesome in a way where it sounds like one of those movies where they're just like what's scary? Clowns are scary. Tornadoes are scary too. What if we had a movie where we combined clowns with a tornado? Or maybe they just saw Sharknado and they're like, let's make our own version but with clowns. I wonder if like someday, like in the future, and like maybe in the far future, we'll like return as a society to like enjoying clowns, you know? Where it's like, oh yeah, you have a oh that's nice, it's a clown. Look, honey, it's a clown. Like no one's ever like that anymore. Now it's just like, oh fuck, it's a clown. Oh my god, that's creepy. Is that good? Is that a good thing? I don't know. I feel a little bad for clowns. I feel a little bad for them. And I think that maybe the world has been out of balance because we can't call clowns funny anymore because now they're just scary because of Stephen King. It's all his fault. Remember the killer clown craze in 2016? Yeah, that's when I was a freshman and I worked like nights at the library and I was scared. I was scared to walk back to my dorm at night because I would have to leave at like 4 in the morning. Uh, and I would be scared. I was like, oh my god, is there gonna be a killer clown? There was one night where like I think I like heard a noise or something and I legitimately like freaked out and like ran. So yeah, I remember the killer clown craze of 2016. I remember it well. It was so random. Was that just like people like being like, let's dress up like creepy clowns because the It movie is coming out? Because I think that's when that movie came out, like part one. And then people like the news was reporting about it. They're like killer clown sightings. It was so dumb. It made us not do Halloween that year out of fear. Oh my god, that's crazy. That's funny. We can't do Halloween. How will we know which one's the real clown and which one's just someone dressed up like a clown? How will we know? They could blend right in. They could get us. How will we know? That's why we have to cancel Halloween. Otherwise, the killer clowns could blend right in and kill us. That would be scary. I don't want the killer clowns to get us. Kill us. Hello, Kageyama. Evil. Yeah. I never actually even saw a clown, let alone a killer one. I remember like seeing some clowns when I was like a little kid. And I think they do make little kids like a little uneasy just because like it's like you see like a weird looking person, you're like, why do you look like that? As a child, you're not used to things looking weird. Okay, I think those look like mostly good. All I've mostly just like thickened up a bunch of these lines to make the stickers look more whole. New track from Nina Drachi and P. Rob goes hard. It do. Who knew Porter would return to EDM one day? Okay, I could keep making like tiny little adjustments forever. I could do that forever. No more tinies for right now. For right now. I gotta grab my like my sketchbook quick. Okay. Because I like sketched out like a bunch of ideas for these stickers and slash keychain. So okay, I definitely want to do the juice box one. I need the juice box one. I'm just gonna move Makimo for a sec. We plan to color them. Uh, I wasn't really planning on it. Hmm. If anything, I might like change some of the lines and make them like that, like pink or like red, maybe. Uh, but I don't know. I think like I was just trying to make them look like how they do in the videos, and in the video they're not really colored in. As cool as they are, okay. As long as they look cool. How do you get your motivation for drawing? I'm currently struggling with it because I sometimes give up on projects. Um, uh, well, I do have monetary incentives. But before that even, it was like, I don't know, just wanted to, and I don't know what kind of projects you have, but for me, it's like I've never, I don't, it's not that often where I like completely give up on a project. But I'm also kind of like very, maybe sometimes I'm a little too reserved with like what I decide to like make a project, you know? I'm a little forward thinking with that, where I'm like, this might take like forever for me to do. Like a lot of projects I start are ones where I'm like, I could do this fast, and then it takes me way longer than I thought. Like that was the bu- 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 that was the to create is to connect animation. I thought that one was gonna take me like no time, not no time, but less time than it did. So maybe you just have to be like a little delusional, like me. Then you won't ever be demotivated because you'll be like, oh, this won't take long, and then you'll just do it. Even these stickers, I was like, yeah, I'll make these stickers. It won't take that long. And I'm probably like putting too much time into them. Like, they should be done. They should be done by now, but I'm slow slash meticulous. Remember when I was 12, I tried to make a 3,000 frame animated video where I'd never animated before and it drove me insane. Dude, that's insane. Looking back, I should have just not made it 3,000 frames. Yeah, and maybe not done full coloring and backgrounds when it was just supposed to be a stupid YouTube video that never got made. Yeah, I guess I think that people do that. Um, and I've done it at points where it's like you're you have this like huge vision in your brain uh and then you start on it, but then it's like way more than you thought and it's like too much. Uh Sometimes I don't know, you just have to like compromise. That is like I got into animation with like Flipnote Studio on the DSi. And I think part of why that got me into it was because you like couldn't make something that looked like TV or whatever, you know. Everything was black and white or, you know, like one color. I mean, I guess there were some colors, but it wasn't a lot. It was very limited. I think because of that, you know, I was able to just make stuff, and I didn't. I was also like 12, so like I didn't. I do something. I was like, whoa, that looks good. And now if I looked at it, I'd be like, oh, oh, that could be way better. I'm gonna try animation again, but small scale and sensible, and I'm not a 12-year-old. Yeah, like yeah. I mean, uh, you should give it a go if you want. Like, start small. Just make some like stupid little things. Like I think it's important to finish things. If you never like finish something, you'll never have the full experience of finishing a thing. Like I think you need that, even if it's like not turning out how you would ideally want it. I think you still, you try your best and you just finish it. There's always the next thing, but it's important to finish things so that you have something to show for it. And I think it's also just good for your brain. If you're always like half starting things but not really finishing them, uh, I don't know. I feel like you're gonna wind up with a lot of like feelings of things being unresolved because they will be unresolved. One day I will draw a thing. Yeah, yeah. I believe in you. Spent the last 2 years working on an album and it's finally nearly finished. Both very rewarding, but I'm also really in my head about it. Weird dichotomy. I mean, I get like that. Also, like, whoa, that's awesome and congrats. And also, I get like that with my videos a lot. Um, like I go through a period, especially in like the final stages and like middle to like end stages. I'll just start being like, is this even good? Like this kind of what have I been doing this whole time? Like this is this bad? This isn't really good. But then when everything like comes together, usually I'll be like, okay, yeah, this is it's coming together. That's how I envisioned it in some way, or even if it's not, I'm like, okay, it's good, it's decent. But yeah, I do go through like a period where I'm like, oh, this maybe this is bad. Hmm. I have a lot of half-finished line arts that I really don't feel satisfied with, and I almost never reach the coloring step. I just get bored and start another line art, and the story repeats. Yeah, you gotta power through that. Like you just do. Like if you never get to the coloring part, then you're never gonna get good at coloring, you know? You're gonna be like that professor guy from Jimmy Neutron. Professor Calamitous, I think. He was the one who he could never finish anything. I mean, that's an extreme example, but I don't know. I think like sticking with one thing and finishing it is how you improve, because then you're able to like look at it fully when it's done and be like, okay, I could do this better, I could do that better. But if you just kind of like abandon it, um, you don't get as much experience. Like I don't always like a lot of times I'll just like doodle something and it won't turn into like a whole piece. But I do feel like I learn more when I do. When I do that, you know? Like if I only drew heads forever because that's what I was the most comfortable with, or I got like bored slash intimidated or whatever when I got up to like drawing the body, trying different poses or whatever, then yeah, I'd probably never I wouldn't get good at those things. And like I do that also. I get a little too comfortable drawing the same kind of things or whatever. Like there's times when like, oh, I've drawn Makimo for so long, too much. I have to like remember how to draw like normal anatomy sometimes. It's like, oh yeah. I don't think this looks very good. Yeah, my sketch looks better. I'm probably gonna have to redo this. Hello, here's a frosty boop from me to you. I see Slobcat. Hello. Thank you for the frosty boop. A good way for me to personally get into it is to just doodle with a pen so you don't stress over mistakes. Mistakes help you learn and nothing's perfect. That is true, yeah. Like that is a bad thing about digital art is that you could just instantly undo, you know? It's very it's it's a it's a big difference. Like when I go and draw uh like drawing on a piece of paper is a different experience. Not entirely, like there's still skill, a lot of skill involved, but like it is different. Uh, There's a lot less committing, and like you don't have to think ahead as much, and you could still get like a good result. I listen to hyperpop. Sometimes. Yeah, I know some hyperpop. I have to be like in the mood for it, but yeah. Does underscores still count as hyperpop? I feel like she's less hyperpop than she was. Do you have any music that you like but nobody else likes? I don't know. I used to feel that way. Like when I was listening to Bowen in like high school, I was like, wow, nobody else likes this. I remember like playing some of it like in the car, like when I was driving, like my little brother to school or whatever. And you know, he was like, ew. Not like ew, but like, what is this? Like, I don't really like it. Ugh. And I felt very self-conscious about the music I liked because of that. Because like I knew it wasn't uh like the pop, like it wasn't like normie. It was like internet music that, yeah, it's like got its niche crowd that likes it a lot, but it's not super often that you'll just like run into some like one of your classmates will also be like that. It's like, especially back then. I had a friend that said hyperpop was cringe and he used to pick on me. I mean, hyperpop is kind of cringe, but like that's like kind of the point. Especially like, like, oh, I'm singing with the super high pitched voice modulator, like 100 gex or whatever, and like they're singing about like stupid stuff. It's like, I guess it's kind of the point. Uh, but that's dumb to make fun of people for that. Like, I'd like to think that a lot of people grow out of that, but definitely not everyone. There's people who, I don't know, take like pride in like being normal, like the most normal or whatever. Or they just like don't ever explore outside of that because they don't want to. They're like, that's weird. That's weird. Like, I think there are people who are afraid to be weird. I made a whole video about it, how I was afraid to be weird. But then there's also people who be like, "You think that's weird? That's not weird at all." You know, it's all like perspective or whatever. I mean, there are things that are like I think objectively weird. That friend makes me sad because he used to have similar tastes to me, but became obsessed with being normative. Yeah, I mean, I definitely knew people like that, where it's like, oh yeah, we used to like the same sort of stuff, but then they stopped liking whatever because they're like, oh, that's for babies or that's for nerds or whatever. Like I had people that I knew that were like that. Um, I guess it's normal in some way, but I don't know. I'm glad that I did not stop doing things that I liked just because of you fear of judgment. I just decided to hide the things that I liked because of fear of judgment, which I don't know if that's better. Think it's better? I don't know. Well, I mean, it was better at that point, I think. Um, and then I realized that hey, you can't really like connect with people if you're never like if you're always like hiding from them. And then yeah, and then I stopped being like that as much. You know, it's still a work in progress, to be honest. But I'm definitely way better than I was. I knew a guy who would only ever listen to Eminem and 21 Pilots and didn't like anything else. Cool. I'm weird and I know what things are weird and what things are not. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're gonna. Damn it. Damn it, Sky. I used to do that, but now at this point in my life, I don't care. Yeah, I think I've come more to like the I don't care side, thankfully. At least definitely more. I would like to be even more on the I don't care side. Not like I don't care about anything, but more just like I don't want to let my my fear of other people's notions stop me from like having a good time or whatever, you know. It's annoying when someone asks me to put on music at a party or something, and I have to think really hard about a song I like that other people like, and I always default to Michael Jackson. He's okay. Well, yeah, that's hard. I think it's like, in my experience, or at least my thought is, okay, if I'm driving, I'm playing my music. I don't care. You know, you're in my car. I don't have a car anymore, but when I had a car, it's like, yeah. But then like party, I don't know. I'm a little bit worse at that because a lot of the music I like is more like chill or like artsy or, you know. And when you're doing a party, it's like, unless people are doing like, oh, let's start a like a group queue or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I'm fine with letting someone else take the reins on this, you know. I like my music, but I know that it's not what everyone else would probably want right now. But this is different. You're all in my house. To be honest, what is normal music to listen to? I don't know. Depends on the crowd. Do people still just listen to the radio? Like, I don't know anymore. I feel like people don't. At least people my age don't really. I feel like before, normal music was just whatever you heard on the radio. And that was what a lot of people liked and what they would play at parties. Because like Spotify and music streaming as it wasn't like how it is now. But now I feel like more people use streaming and stuff. I'm like, I don't know how people find and decide what music to listen to. I think a lot of them like, I don't know. I feel like people just learn of an artist and then they're like, "Yo, did you hear the new Drake album?" And it's like, I guess that's normal people music. I don't know. Whoever's the biggest. Radio is mostly a thing for Gen X and beyond. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. I made the mistake of playing music in the car with my little cousins, and the oldest of them, who's only 14, said, "What the fuck is this shit?" Yeah, like that. Like that's what I was afraid of, and like that definitely kind of was the vibe sometimes when I would put on music in the car. Like I won't lie, even like when I'm like I would like pick up like somewhat recently, back when I had a car, which wasn't that long ago, but I sold it like this year. Like if I had to pick up like my sister from whatever, and like, oh, maybe her friends were gonna be in the car also. I would like queue up songs that I'm like, okay, we're not gonna get hit by like some song that would raise eyebrows or whatever. I'm like, I have to play to the audience a little bit, especially because like it's like these are judgmental teenage girls. I don't want to be judged by teenage girls. Depends on the vibes. It does depend on the vibes. Oh, how long have I been streaming? Oh my god. Almost 3.5 hours. Yeah, I'm getting hungry and I'm like, I'm hungry. Why am I hungry? I look and I'm like, oh, that's why. I don't even know if I like how this is turning out. I like the second one more than the first one. But I'm like, am I gonna have to do like a third one? Music wasn't even weird, it was Nirvana. Yeah. Well, the kids these days, they're like, if I didn't hear it on TikTok, then it's weird. The kids these days. And that's not even like just the kids these days. Like I feel like my siblings were like that also. And it's like, yeah, they're Gen Z and I'm Gen Z, but like we're all out of college or in college at least. Like my youngest siblings in college. Um, and they were like that also with anything that was like, what is this song? Why is the structure so strange? Where's Katy Perry? Where is she? I think that's just like the gut reaction of uh like teenagers. At least like the teenagers who think they're cool. Teenagers who think they're cool suck because then they're like if anything like falls out of the realm of what they're used to, they're like this is lame. This is stupid. Like it doesn't even have to be like weird. It could literally just be like, oh, this is just not what this teenage boy is used to. This isn't Poppy Playtime remix. So it's weird. Where's my Poppy Playtime remix? This is the Beatles, son. Shut the fuck up, Dad. I don't care. I want uh what's his face? I want Parry Grip. I want Parry Grip. Give me Parry Grip. Is Katy Perry still relevant to the youth? I don't even think so. I think people know who Katy Perry is, but she hasn't really made new music in a while, as far as I'm aware. It's more like Ariana Grande. Uh, Still Taylor Swift. She still has like a stranglehold. Hi, Joshua. Hello. Yeah, Dexter, I think it's good to be, true to yourself. I think some people just have like a some people never figure it out, which is sad. And then other people have like a weird roundabout way of getting to it. And then there's people who like, yeah, just stick to what they're like, no, I'm not going to stop liking something because other people say it's weird or whatever. Uh, I think people have different ways of getting to the point of being chill with like, oh, yeah, why would I care what these random people think? Or even like not even random people, like it's not that deep. Like calm down. We're allowed to like different things. Um and hopefully people will get to that, hopefully people will get to the point where they aren't so worried about like fitting in, but I feel like there are a lot of people who don't get to that. They're kind of like eternally in that like teenager state of like I want to be cool. And my idea of cool is everyone else. But meanwhile, like for me, I feel like the coolest people are the ones who like don't do that, are the ones who are just like very genuine, even in like the stuff that is considered cringe. Bleh. I watched a news segment here in Canada. It seems like here every teenage boy is super deep into incel culture and shit. Yeah. Well, the 2010s webcomic artist hat. Dude, Tom, stop. Stop making fun of me. It's not true. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I do worry for the youth. But not because I'm like, oh, there's something, oh, kids these days. It's not really kids these days. It's more like, oh, the internet is bad in general because of all the because of how it's been and how it's getting like inshitified, and that is having a bad effect on kids as well. And the fact that like controversial people become super boosted on platforms and everything's like turned more extreme and whatever and like black and white or whatever. Like I think that's bad, of course. uh yeah, like all that incel stuff is sad. I think people are becoming more aware of it, but it's definitely like, if you're like an edgy teenage boy trying to figure stuff out, it's like, yeah, I don't know. Juice docs. Duchamp, that says box. You stupid. It might be the new edgy. I don't even think it's the new edgy. I don't know. Maybe. I hope it's just the new edgy and it's not like the new norm. The new norm ain't same as the old norm. The new norm genuinely looked like a GTA 5 TV show. I've never played GTA, but I believe you. Never played GTA, you're missing out. I've played yeah, I've never played Skyrim. Never played GTA. I'm like I'm a Nintendo baby, is what I call myself. I just never got into it because I was scared. It's like there's guns and swearing and drugs and oh my goodness. And also like all the people I knew that liked it would make fun of me for liking Pokemon, so I had an aversion. I had an aversion. And I wasn't really like into that. I wasn't like, why would I want to do that? Like I played like Need for Speed Most Wanted on the PS2, and I would get scared. I would try not to break the law because I didn't want the police to chase me. So so like uh even though that's like the whole point of the game. That's the whole point of the game. I was like, no, this is scary. I was a Nintendo baby. I was a freaking baby. GTA is fun. I know, I'm sure it's fun. I'm just saying. Like it's probably fun to just like goof around in it. But I don't know, I never got into it. I was like, when is the new Kirby coming out? I'm still like that. Like I'm not a big fan of Rockstar Games formula for their games. Most of the game is driving from point A to point B. Yeah, I don't know. Like I would see videos of like people goofing around and having fun in it. I'm like, that looks kind of fun. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about like the actual story and like gameplay and whatever. And I was never into like shooting games. I was also never good at them. So yeah, I don't know. Just it's never happened. Never clicked for me. And I know everyone's like so hyped for GTA 6, but I don't really care. And also like I don't know. I don't like all the stuff they're doing with like it's digital only. And I know everyone who wants to play it is still gonna play it because it's GTA 6. And I'm like, I don't like that this game is like has become almost like a Trojan horse of sorts for like shitty practices. It's like, yeah, that stuff was probably going to happen eventually anyway by these companies. Like, yeah, they're going to want to do that. But I know that they're just doing it with GTA 6 because they know that everyone who wants to play it is still going to get it no matter what, even if there's no disc. Big Walk is the true game of the year. Yeah, I do want to get that. I listened to a lot of like Owl City in high school and middle school. And that was definitely one thing that I was like embarrassed to let people know that I liked because my brother was like, "This is gay," and I was like, "Oh no, oh no." If I listen to gay music, then what if I'm gay? Gay music more like bad music. Uh, Meru, I don't know if Meru's here, but I was told by Meru that the word bad in like the English language is like derived from like they used to just call like men who are like effeminate and like uh flamboyant or whatever. They used to call them bad. Like that's what that meant. Like bad just meant like effeminate man. And it's like now it doesn't mean that, but it's like the origin of the word is literally just being homophobic. Like it's crazy. It's just like baked in. So when you say gay music, more like bad music, like you're literally right. You're literally right. I mean, now bad doesn't have that connotation anymore, but it's like in like old English. It's like that's what the word originally was. And then I guess people just started saying it too much. It's like how people just call random stuff gay. They're like, that's gay. Even if they don't literally mean that's homosexual. It's like the same thing. Like eventually, is that gonna happen to the word gay? I think no, because of, you know, social progress or whatever, but I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Eventually gay won't even mean gay. Gay will just mean bad. But then bad will literally just but bad used to be gay also. So it's like it's crazy. Yeah, even bad. Even bad means gay. So when Michael Jackson went, I'm bad, he really meant I'm gay. Nobody knew. Gay is also used to mean, yeah, it used to mean happy. So is it gay to be gay? Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm happy to be bad takes a whole new, yeah. Bro, I'm so gay that it's gay that I'm gay. I'm feeling so gay right now, and that's gay. Like you don't even know what you. We don't even know. We don't even know what I'm saying. Okay, I should probably be done soon, but I'm so art pilled. I don't know if I'm art pilled. I'm just like, I want to be done with this, but I'm also so granular sometimes. Okay. Songs are funky. It is funky. It's true. Blah, blah, blah. Where'd Makamo go? There. There, Makamo. Makamo, I don't know how many stickers you could fit on a sticker sheet. This one's gonna be like 5x7. I think you could do 30 just as many as you can fit. Uh, so I guess the next step would be fitting them together in some sort of way. Yeah. And then I also want to like, have like a Fred Angry Spoon at the top. I have to make sure I have like the cut lines all done or whatever. Yeah, I think this is like the maximum number of characters I'll put on here. Everything else, if I add anything else, it'll just be like little things like, oh, a juice box sticker or whatever. Do you know you're a nerd when you're watching a furry VTuber on Twitch when painting your Warhammer minis with an airbrush? What? No, that's normal. You're a normie. You're such a normie. Hmm. Okay. I am going to be done with the stream because I'm hungry and I have to pee. I got a Waz. Um, yeah, my end screen is still not updated. It's still old, so we won't go there. Blah. I'm watching not doing anything else. Is that better or worse? I don't know. As far as like being nerdy, maybe that's just more sad. I don't know. I mean, I've done that with streams. I've just like watched them, and the streamer will be like, "I hope you're not only watching me. You should be doing something else also." And I'll be like, "Nope, I am sitting on the toilet," which I guess is something. Let me just see if anyone else is streaming, and I can send y'all over there. Um, yeah, I don't know when I'll be back for another stream. It might be relatively soon because I do also have to do like patron doodles, and I do like to stream those for the next video. So who knows? Maybe it'll be next week. Who knows? It's Punk Bunny, but it's Punk Bunny. Punk Bunny's 18 plus. I don't know if everyone here is 18. Blah blah blah. Au revoir. I can send you to Quent. I know Quent. Oh, I know. They're also 18 plus. Never mind. You know what? Whatever. I don't care. If you're not 18 and I send you there, then you're, you know, that's on you. You gotta leave. I just gotta send people somewhere. I don't have to, but I feel like it's my Twitchly doodle, my Twitchly duty. Wait, did it start? Hold it down more. Oh, there we go. All right. Hope y'all have a nice evening and weekend. And yeah. Cheetah. Hi, Cheetah. Bye, Cheetah. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out. Bye bye.